Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, I'm
Morning.
Karen.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Karen.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for seeing me today. Here's a resume.
Thank you.
And also for you. And I have a couple little things. I also do a little writing on the side, so if you'd like to see those.
Oh, thank you. I'm
All
interested
right.
in that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm Miss Howard. This is my colleague.
Hi. Nice to meet you both.
Yes, my name is Mr. Paul.
Mr. Paul.
Okay.
Thank you.
I saw from your letter that you're interested in being a film or TV actor and doing voiceover work.
Yes.
Would you be interested in us representing you as a singer or a musician also?
Oh, absolutely. I have had numerous bands in the last 20 years, Irish bands and some Americana, and I play violin or fiddle, and I also sing
Oh,
in Americana bands right now.
wow. Quite a varied array of music.
It's my passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Very nice, very nice. I see here you wrote that you are very much on top of your time management and also you're disciplined, very disciplined.
Yes, I am.
What keeps you disciplined in this day and age?
Just the advancement of technology. You have to be up on everything these days, because if you fall behind in technology, then you're just not going to be able to compete.
Very true.
I also saw that you're a martial artist. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, when my children were quite young, when my youngest was 5, she was into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and so she wanted to, she wanted to do karate, and so she started karate. And then my older one, who was just a couple years older, she decided, well, she's not going to be left behind, so she's going to do it. And it's something I've always wanted to do, and you know, all the mothers would sit and watch, and one after another, all the mothers would go, I think I'm going to try this too. So I did, and it's like going through a BS in bachelor. It's like going back to college, because it took 5 years to get a black belt.
Wow.
It's
you
a
are
very
a black belt?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, in Kempo, in karate. It's a very intensive study. It's not just punches and kicks and things like this. It's a whole mindset, as a whole philosophy, a different way of life.
We also represent martial artists.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Would you be interested in something like that?
Yes, I love action. I love. I hate to say this, but I was the scourge of 14-year-old boys in my karate class. They were scared of me.
Oh, okay.
And some of the guys too. When we did ground fighting, we did sparring, and we did forms. And ground fighting was one of my top things.
This is very promising because we have an opening for someone who could do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, have to tell me more about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You can sing, play instruments, and you can kick ass, huh?
Yes, I
You're the
can.
jack of all trades.
Yes, kind of like a Renaissance woman for the 21st century. You have to be very. You have to have a lot of different areas in your life in order to keep current and
Right.
keep relevant, really,
And stay balanced.
and stay balanced. Yes.
Very nice, very nice.
I see that you're working more than 20 hours a week. Would that interfere with going on interviews?
No, what I'm doing is I also love to garden, and I started a certificate program at Saddleback College for horticulture and urban farming, because I have gardens at home. And I started out with one little private plot over here at the greenhouse, and by the time the semester was ended, they had me doing over 7 plots. And then they asked me to do a research grant to turn the plots into an urban farm. And so it's kind of we have a 2-year plan to turn those, there's 53 100 square foot plots over there, and we're going to turn it into an urban farm where we have crop rotations on a seasonal basis.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah. It's really a wonderful department, the landscape design and the horticulture department over there.
Mhm.
So, because you do all these martial arts and everything, I would assume that if we were to put you in a role that requires a lot of physical activity as well as like choreography, you could handle it no problem, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, I did a student film for the Saddleback, the Acting 1 class, in which we had a fight scene, and so I choreographed and I was basically the victim of a fight scene, and the person who was attacking me had to throw me on the ground, and he was a young man, and he was very, very reticent about even touching me, and so I had to get a little physical with him and go, you have to push me, you have to do this, and so finally, he got to the point where he would throw me on the ground, but then the tables would turn, and I would flip him over and get on top of him and straddle him and choke him out.
Oh,
Wow.
Or start to choke him out. It was fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time. But he was still like, I don't want to touch you, you're old.
Yeah. Well, we represent quite a diverse clientele.
Mhm.
Do you speak another language?
I do not, but the good thing, I have had training in French, German, Italian, Latin, Spanish, and several other like Middle Eastern languages because I sing. And I have a degree in opera. And in order to sing in French, German, and Italian, you have to learn the IPA, which is the International Phonetic Alphabet.
Okay.
And so what it does is it gives you a very, very good background in how to pronounce the languages that you're reading. Also, during that time when I was learning all this, and anytime I have to learn an aria, I'll go through the phonetic alphabet, and I also have to translate word for word. You can't take an aria, let's say an Italian aria, and look at it and go and see what the excuse me, the editors of the song have put into, as the translation, because it doesn't necessarily translate into a poetic language.
Mhm.
So I go and I translate word for word what I'm singing, so I know what I'm singing.
Wow. Okay.
And I
So-
also sang with the not Opera Pacific, but the professional chorale here in Orange County for 2 years, the Pacific Chorale under John Alexander and Carl St. Clair. We did 2 operas.
Okay.
Wow.
Did you have a monologue for us? Or?
I do. It's a monologue from the Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski.
Coen Brothers,
And, pardon me?
From the Coen Brothers, correct?
Yes, Coen Brothers. They're about my favorite director right now. I really like the Coen Brothers.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. So this is Maud, and she's talking to the dude. Sex. The physical act of love. Do you like it? I like it too. Oh, but there is a male myth that says feminists don't like sex. That's far from the truth. It is a very energetic enterprise. But there are some in the community that say that although feminists hate sex, you have to look at the opposite. And there are those people who are very, very obsessed with sex. It's called satyriasis in men, and it's nymphomania in women. Now, these people will compulsively and joyously engage in sex all the time without any true feeling for what sex is all about. Now, our mutual acquaintance Bunny, yes, she is one of these. But let's get back to the Little Lebowski urban planners, urban achievers. And yes, my goodness, we are just so proud of every single one of them. Now, also in that context, let's get back to my father and the foundation. Yes, my father and I, as you may know, we do not get along. He doesn't approve of my lifestyle, and I don't approve of his. Still, I hardly wish to make my father's embezzlement a police matter. So here is what I would like you to do. I would like you to try to get the money back from the people you gave it to. If you are successful, I will compensate you to the tune of 1% of the total that you recover. So if that is agreeable to you, that is what we'll do. Or we can come up with something that is a little more mutually agreeable to our, let's say, our other sensibilities. There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for